Hello everyone, this is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane. Welcome to our heart opening practice. So we're going to find our comfortable seat, whatever that might mean for you. That might be sitting on in a cross-legged, or you might decide to sit on your heels and put a block underneath you. I'll stay here in this pose. Heart-warming. Heart opening, but heart warming at the same time. Let's take a few breaths, let's close the eyes and let's settle into our practice, and I will take you through the whole idea of what heart opening means. And let's simply begin to bring our mind's eye to our heart, the center, the heart chakra, which is the center between our chest, between, not right necessarily right at the heart, but in the center of your chest. So this is the space which more often than not finds itself collapsing into itself because of the way we live our lives, how we sit, when we're upset, we instinctively fold into ourselves, so we close off the front of our hearts. When we're depressed, the same type of thing. When we're sad, it's all about protection. Some of it's instinct, some of it's just our lifestyle. So heart opening makes us, can be quite an emotional experience because we're creating space which makes us a little bit more vulnerable. We're allowing, kind of inviting love and emotion into our hearts rather than closing off the emotions. So it's a beautiful thing to do, but when you're feeling very vulnerable and very very disconnected from your emotions, it can be difficult. But this is a nice way of stretching out the front of the body. And for this practice, we're going to use a mantra, which is I am love. And as you inhale, you say I am silently or out loud, and exhaling love. So you're inviting love into your heart. And more so about creating that love, that self-love. And that's the beauty of yoga, is it really epitomizes self-love. It teaches us self-love. Because no matter whether you're in a class filled with students or you're doing it on your own, this is a very solitary practice, very solitary form of exercise. And we're infusing love into our hearts. So let's take a few more deep breaths in, 2 more deep breaths, inhaling I am and exhaling love. So feeling in, this is such a beautiful, beautiful practice, heart opening. Let's open up our eyes. Let's take our right hand over to the right side, in line with your right hip. Inhale your left arm up and stretch over to the right. Making this it's quite a beautiful and contemplative experience, but it's also, inhale, reach your arms up and swing over to the other side. It's also very joyful. So you can smile and make this a little bit more playful. Sometimes I get very serious myself when I'm teaching. And then stretch the right arm over, and then inhale. We'll go a little bit faster this time. Let's switch. Right hand back on the ground. Exhale the left arm, stretch over to the right. Inhaling again over to the other side. Left hand on the ground, right arm stretching. This should feel really good. So we're working on the side of the body. Now we're going to reach both arms up to the sky, interlace the hands, flip the palms up. And as you breathe in, open up the chest by pushing into the hands, but bringing them slightly back. Opening up our heart means we need to open up also our shoulders. And then release the hands down and bring the hands behind you. Interlace them if you, for whatever reason, aren't able to interlace. I think in this position it might be okay for most of us. But interlace them, squeeze the shoulder blades together. You can always grab hold of a strap. That's another way of doing this. Lift your hands off your back. Feel the stretch around your collarbone. And this can feel, it can feel wonderful, but it can also feel like, oh, this is painful, because you're not used to sitting like this, or you're not used to holding the chest open like this. And then keeping the hands together, just bring them onto your middle back and slide them together. Keep them together and place them on your left hip. Press the palms together as well, and elbow squeezes in to your side, your left side, and drop your head to the right. And take a breath in. I am, and exhale love. Infuse the love into your heart, opening up your heart center. And then take an inhale and lift your head back up and slide your hands as if you're washing your middle back all the way over to the other side. And squeeze the hands together and let the elbow squeeze in as well to the side, and drop your head to the left. So breathing in, softening the shoulders down, inhaling and exhaling. Self-love, huh? Something that can be, and we mix it with narcissism. It's not narcissism. It's not being conceited. Release the hands from your back and extend your legs forward. So you might want, if you're sitting on something, you might want to come off or stay on it. Extend those legs. This should feel nice. And then take a breath and reach your arms up. Just, you could touch them in any way. They don't have to be held in any way. Take an inhale and then exhale. Float forward over your legs. Now we're folding towards ourselves, so into ourselves, protecting our chest, which gives us this has a relaxation response. This turns on the relaxation response. So you feel a little bit more relaxed in this position. Drop your head. But bring your mind's eye to the back of your heart. So behind the heart, rather than always when we concentrate on the front, but the back of the heart is as important. And then take an inhale, reach the arms back up, and this time keep the arms open. Keep the arms reaching. Open the legs out. They don't have to come very far. And then release the hands down. Just take a pause here for a moment. Flex the feet so they can be, as wide as the mat or maybe slightly wider, and just take your shoulders from side to side. Loosen up those shoulders. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears, roll them down. Lift them up and roll them down. And let your spine kind of move a little bit with ease, with fluidity, like a wave, loosening up that spine. And now we're going to come back up reach the arms up into a starfish shape, or what I'm going to call this is the 5-point star. So 5-point star, arms and legs are the 4 parts of the star, and the heart is the 5th part, or the 5th point. So opening up, take a breath in, stretch your arms away, stretch the legs, inhaling, opening up the space at the front of the heart, then exhale, twist to the left. Take your left hand behind your back, right hand either on the outer edge of the foot or the shin, and press into that leg. Take an inhale and exhale, twist. So what you're doing, and check in with your right bottom cheek. Is it off the ground? Mine is off the ground. I'm already using my pelvis. I'm incorporating the pelvis in the twist. What we want to do is just keep the twist from the waist upwards. It's easy to do. Inhale, reach, sweep your arms back up, come back into that that star shape, reaching the arms away. Take a breath in. And then exhale, twist over to the right, left hand on the outside of that right leg or foot, and right hand behind your back. Press into your left sit bone and take an inhale and exhale, twist. You won't go very far here. There's not much movement in the spine in this shape. And just breathing in and breathing out. And then inhaling, reopen the arms, lift up. There's another way of thinking of this, victory arms, but opening up the heart a little bit more by pressing back with your hands and your shoulders, and then release the arms down. Place the hands underneath your knees, bend the knees, and bring your knees together. Let's give ourselves a hug. Wrap the arms around the shins, or lower, wherever you want, knees, and take a breath in. Lift up tall, then exhale, forehead to knees. Keep this shape. It reminds me of a tortoise. So you're creating, tortoises, turtles have shells to protect them. And we're right now being protected by our back, by being in this shape. Protecting our chest, protecting our heart, protecting all our vital organs. That's part of our animal. So as I bring my hands in front of my heart to seal our practice for this heart opening sequence, thanking you for joining me. And if you enjoy my videos, feel free to subscribe. Just press the button on the right side of the screen. Comment, let me know how you feel about my classes, any recommendations, and thumbs up. Other than that, have a wonderful rest of the day or evening. Namaste. This is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane, and I'll see you soon.